black people aren't even supposed to be here. That's the thing. And that's the conversation black people aren't ready for, because they don't even want to accept that they're not American. Like, you can't come. Black people are more patriotic sometimes than white people. Like, you'll be like, this is gross, man. This is fucking gross. This is the typical, what is it? When the kidnapper kidnaps somebody, and the person that they kidnap becomes accustomed to them. I forgot what the specific word is, where you end up almost becoming enamored with your kidnapper, because that's all you know. So you've come to love this person who has abducted you. You've come to love this person that has abused you. That's what black people are like in America. America is your kidnapper, and you have come to... Yo, oh my God, that's hilarious. It sounds funny, but it's really not. Yo, it's a problem, man. Like, yo, black people are in a serious condition. And it's sad because they don't realize it. Man, and I'm saying this as an African, an outsider, looking in to realize that's like my brother or my sister got kidnapped, and I finally come find my brother or sister, and I'm trying to get them out of the kidnapper's house. I'm trying to, hey, let's go. The door's open, man. I figured out a path. You would think that they would be like, oh, thank God. Oh, like finally freedom. And instead they're like, but no. Oh, I love him. No, what would he say? Or what would he do? And I'm looking like, bitch, I'm pretty sure he just raped you 10 times last night. And is that a busted lip? Is that a black eye? Sis. The fuck you mean you want to stay? What you mean you love him? The one that just beat you into submission? That's who you're so enamored with. That's what black people are like in this country. And I always include myself in black as we, but when it comes to this shit, nigga, nah. Y'all love him. Y'all love your kidnappers. Y'all are not even supposed to be here, but you guys aren't ready to have that conversation because you're so in love with America. Like, what has America done for you? What has America done for you lately? Other than shoot you down in the street. Other than tell you no for everything you ask for. You go into the bank, they tell you no. You go into their employment offices, they tell you no. You walk into their office for whatever reason, they tell you no. You want to move into that house, they tell you no. You want to rent that apartment, they tell you no. You want to buy this car, they tell you no. No. That's all America tells you, black people. No. But yeah, you so enamored with them. You're so in love with them. What has America done for you other than abuse you and beat you into submission that you can't even see straight anymore? You're so in love with them. That's insane. You're so in love with white people, black people. My God. My God. Unbelievable. Like I said, that's me, the outsider. The outsider. I've come and I found my sister locked away in the den in this creepy, deranged, psycho lunatic's basement. And I finally found my sister, like, oh my God. And I've brought like 3 brothers with me to like all get you out. Like, there's enough manpower here to help you stomp out this motherfucker for kidnapping you in the first place. And instead of letting us do that job of beating this motherfucker self, let us that have finally found you beat him into submission for you, sis or brother. We find, like, you've been locked away for how long? No one has known where you are. We finally found you locked and chained in this basement. And instead, you're crying for us to know. Don't take me. I don't want to go. But you're covered in bruises and dried up blood. You got scratches and cuts all over your body. And we're saying, come on, let's go, let's go. But you love him. Some of you black people, you love America. They're good to you. America is not a racist place. After all, I wouldn't be able to come up if I was not in America, okay? At what expense, though? You didn't come up on your own will. You came up according to how white people let you come up. So you're not free. You didn't do anything your own way. You did it the way that they let you do it. You're not free in America. You just following rules. And some of you are just better at not breaking rules. Black people that make it in this country, you're not making it at your own free will. That's the point. If you cannot make it in this world on your own freedom, still maintaining your black self. That's why a lot of the people, you see them, they make it, they become such freaking like cornballs. They lose their like black hood because they had to water it down so much to fit in with white, to be able to stay in the same office with them, to be able to be in the same firm with them. You can't go into no firm sounding like a real black man. No, you're going to sound like you're very, very educated. And that blackness has been washed away from your voice. So now you're going to be a softer black man, and that's when white men can feel comfortable with your presence. No, the black women that make it into the higher places, a lot of them, they've taken in more white nature. So the point is, if you have to water your black self down just to make it in America, then you're not free. Then you're not. You're still bending over backwards, taking stuff. Or bending over forward, in this case, taking stuff. That's not being free. You're still walking on eggshells. Because if you've had to water yourself down just to make it into the building, when you're in the building, you're not going to breathe smoothly. Because like I said, you're on eggshells. Because look at all you had to do to prove to people, to prove to white people that you were worthy to be in the same building. Like, who are they and why are they so great in your eyes that you got to do all that just to be able to sit in the same room with them? Because they're the ones who have all the money? Well, then guess what? Why are they the ones that have gotten away with having all the money? Because they didn't have all the money. No, they got away with it. They stole. Like, that's the truth that black people are letting white people, white America, get away with. You're letting them get away with their crimes. So now you see them and you just see a bunch of rich people. A bunch of people who have more than you. Whether it's rich or not, white people have more than black people in this country. And I don't want to hear about the blacks that have managed to make it. Talking about the general statistics, the general masses of black people. Yeah, you're under white. So is this illusion like white just has more? But no, they didn't. They don't have more. They took more. They stole more. They committed the biggest crime that our life, our generation, our century. Because I don't want to hear about the 500 years ago, that empire or that people. We're talking about our empire in this time, this season of life. They stole. They took everything they have. They've committed the biggest crime on earth and they've gotten away with it. Why? Because we as black people have let them get away with it. Because who was the crime committed against? The crime was committed against black people. The crime was committed against Mexicans. Mexicans have let them get away with it too, because now you're in America, Mexicans, and you're letting them call you illegal. You're letting them call you aliens in your own home. So you let them get away with it too. And instead of taking that power back, instead of aiming to fix that crime, instead of aiming to take that, to right that wrong, instead of taking time to put these criminals behind bars, instead we're letting them get away with it. And now they're the ones making all the rules. You're letting the criminal set the rules for everybody else. That's why the rules are never fair. That's why there's so much injustice. Because you're letting an unjust mind set the pace. You're letting a criminal mind make rules. Of course, it's not going to be worthy rules. These rules are going to be criminally minded. But yet we follow them. Nobody debates them. Nobody fights them. Or if you do try to debate it, you're debating it in the room that they made. Going to their courthouse. Begging them to change the rules. Why would they change the rules, dude? A kidnapper kidnaps a person. It's not going to let that kidnappee go just because the kidnapper said, please let me go. Come on, man. Come on, logic. But yeah, black people stand in the street every day with some corny sign. You think that's going to work? Only way to get away from the person who kidnapped you, there has to be violence some way. You think, oh, you're trapped in a basement and the kidnapper's chilling on the first floor watching TV. You think he's going to watch you just come up out of the basement and just walk out the door and he'll be like, oh, okay. He sees you leaving. He's coming after you. Are you going to hold a picket sign in his face? Or are you going to have to knock him out to get out? Are you going to have to find a hammer to smash his head in so you can get out of the house that you are illegally brought to and illegally chained? Illegally fed 1 meal a day. But you got used to your 1 meal, so you think, oh, massa good, because at least he's feeding me. When in reality, bitch, you had freedom of food, whatever freaking choice you wanted. That's black people in America, in love with your captor, or the person who captured you. That's the problem. You're not getting away from your kidnapper by being nice and polite when he showed you no mercy in chaining you up in the first place. He showed you no mercy, showed you no love, but you got all this mercy and all this love for him. Make it make sense, please. Like, you want to be free, but you're not doing anything to be free. It's like it has just become cool talk. Like, that's really what it is right now for black people. It's cool lingo to say you want to be free. But y'all don't give a damn about really being free. Y'all just want to keep up. You want to have what white people have so you can feel like you've made it. So you can feel like, yeah, now you've arrived. You're in love with your kidnapper. You've become dependent on your 1 meal a day, thinking you're satisfied, but you don't know how hungry you really are. That's insane. You want freedom, you're going to have to fight. And it's just that simple. I think it was Malcolm X who said black people are the only ones who want a revolution without bloodshed. But the whole definition and point of a revolution, it is synonymous with bloodshed. But black people don't want to bleed. You too busy chasing Burberry. You too busy chasing being Gucci'd up.